This is the At Home with Zac
and TT for the Millwall Drive Home, reporting on the game that just finished, well, not just, about half an hour ago. At the Den, Millwall 0.
Wycombe Wanderers 0.
Some games are very difficult to talk about, and that was certainly one. We're a little bit late recording this. Why are we late, Zac?
The Lions...
Our Lions, the under-10 Lions.
The under-10 Lions had a tournament of FIFA, and I got into the finals, and I won it today 5-4.
He won all week. We've had a Champions League, 2 or 3 games a day, culminated in Zac's final against Jake. A very close battle, to be fair. It would have been much more entertaining talking about that game. Finished 5-4 to Zac, and he lifts the imaginary FIFA trophy. So well done to Zac. But now we'll talk about the game. Before we go any further, obviously, thank you very much for knocking the likes on the last video. You done really well. We really appreciate your support of the Mill Drive Home. And we've also got 1885 subscribers, which is the year, obviously, Mill were founded. Some quite good symmetry with that. Thank you very much for the support. It still works out that half of you that view our videos are not subscribed. So if you do want to subscribe, get subscribed to our channel, because that will get us over the 2,000, which is our goal for the season. Anyway, we started with one change for today. Pearce obviously coming in for the injured Cooper. You look at the players injured for Millwall. You've got Cooper injured. You've got Keftenbeld injured. You've got Leonard injured. You've got Zohor injured. You've got, that's the spine of any team. And losing Cooper today was massive. Although, defensively, we looked very, very solid. All but 1 or 2 very small chances for Wycombe. But Pearce coming in, obviously, for Cooper. Partnered by Hutchinson and Evans. George Evans. I was thinking Gary Evans, but it's actually George Evans. Right wing back was Marlon Romeo. Left wing back was Scott Malone. In front of them, we had Ryan Woods and Ben Thompson. And then we had a kind of a front three of
Bennett on the left.
Yep. Wallace on the right and Smith down the middle. And that was the team. So pretty similar to what we've been seeing. We lacked any attacking creativity today. Let me start with the positives, because I think it's important that you look at what went well in the... George Evans was excellent today again. What a massively good signing he has been.
He has been one of the best signings in quite a bit.
He's your man of the match, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
So go on, you talk about him.
The commentators did say, and that made me realise that George Evans, he has been playing very well, but... He today he just showed that he has quality as a midfielder as well. His balls into the box are amazing for a centre back. He didn't let anyone get near him, did he? His passing, I think 1 or 2 mistakes, but he got the ball back straight after. That just shows that Gary Rowett does have a good taste for defenders as well.
Yeah, he can pick up a good defender. Also, I thought Scott Malone and Marlon Romeo were good highlights for the game. Romeo started the game well. I think he dropped off a little bit towards the end, but Malone, the opposite. I felt he took a while to get into the game, but really came into it and probably created our best chance, or had our best shot on goal. Regardless of that, Jed had our first shot, which was blocked, and right started the game, it went out for a corner, the ball went to the back post, and Smith kind of knocked the ball into a dangerous area, but there's no one there, and that's where you really think that Smith should be playing with another striker. It's all well and good putting Thompson with him, but you want them to be working in tandem. A Tom Bradshaw there working with Smith. Obviously, in the second half, Smith comes off and Bradshaw comes on. I think personally that Smith would work better in a 2, or Smith comes on when we're chasing a game and the ball's played more direct to him, and then you've got the runners coming off of him. But it weren't to be today, and he did look a little bit at sea.
He looked a bit off pace.
It looked, any justification for people that say about not starting Smith, you got that today, because he just really didn't offer anything. The 10th minute, was an excellent ball by Evans, a crossfield pass into Romeo, and this is what Romeo done really well. Chopped the ball in, then had a very good shot on goal. It was well saved, and then I think it went out for. No, it was offside, wasn't it?
Because Smith was blocking off the keeper a little bit.
But it dropped to Jed, who then hit it.
He's got to bury it.
He's got to bury it, but he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. But Smith, it was going to be offside anyway.
Because he was blocking off the keeper, trying to make him not save it.
And then Wycombe had a couple of chances themselves. Mehmeti had a shot straight at straight at Bart, a very weak shot. And then they had a better shot on the edge of the box that was well saved from Bart. He kind of parried it out. He never looked like he was going to get beaten, to be fair. In fact, in the whole game.
Both sides lack quality.
Yeah, in the final third, without a doubt. Second half, Wycombe obviously had a free kick. They started quite lively in the second half. As much as I say lively, loosely. There was a foul on the edge of the box, and you're thinking that's it. The only thing it was going to be today that was going to get a goal was one bit of magic from someone, a player like Jed Wallace, but there was no bit of magic. Or was it going to be a defensive mistake? The foul was given outside the box. The free kick was over the bar, which kind of symptomatic of the game itself. Then Romeo done well again, good control. Plays the ball across the box, kind of bounces it across the box. Bennett gets in front of the defender who's just got his arms around him. He goes down. I would be annoyed if it was a penalty given against us, but you can see penalties given for that. And then the exact same thing happens about 10 minutes later with Onyedinma. He's wrestling with Pearce. He's got his arm across Pearce, and kind of Pearce leans into him, and they both go down. Again,
in the penalty box,
if you give one, you've got to give the other. Neither of them are, in my opinion, penalties. But so the right decisions happened.
I thought it was a foul on Bennett, but again, it was the same on Onyedinma. Pearce was holding him.
Yeah, Bennett obviously then played. Bennett had a bad game today. So did Jed Wallace, actually. Both of them didn't really click in the attacking third.
They weren't the worst players.
They weren't the worst players on the pitch, but they didn't really do anything.
No.
Bennett played the ball into Malone, who he kind of turned it round the corner. Bennett. Malone was free. His first touch wasn't great, but it opened up for him, and he had a shot. Drilled it, absolutely drilled it at the keeper, who saved well. Ikpeazu then has a shot over when he got through. He done reasonably well, but he never really looked like beating. He had maybe 5-10 minutes second half where he started rolling the defenders, rolled Pearce once, didn't really do much else other than that. Then we make some subs. Smith and Bennett come off, which was the right decision, other than, Smith wasn't impacting the game. But then you bring Bradshaw on, maybe you keep Smith on. At that stage, I don't understand why we take him off. Billy Mitchell come on. Billy Mitchell, battled quite well. A few misplaced passes. You mentioned that he didn't win really anything in the air.
He isn't a tall player.
He isn't. And then when you've got Mitchell and Woods, you've not got a lot of height in there. But what Billy did well was, a couple of times he drove on the ball, played it out wide to Malone on a couple of occasions. So it's promising to get more minutes under his belt. Maybe looking for his first start. Then Tomo and Jed come off. Budvarsson and Fergie come on. So you've got a front two of Budvarsson and Bradshaw up front. It's hoping it was going to create something. Malone did get one cross into the box that Budvarsson tamely headed towards the goalkeeper, who's wearing the worst football kit known to man. I don't understand. A Zap Lolly. Yeah, Zap Ice Lolly. And that was pretty much the game. Again, you look at the positives, because that's what we try and do on our channel. We try and think positive. That's 8 games unbeaten. That's 10 points from a possible 12.
Yeah.
We're getting closer to safety every single week, which is where we should be aiming. Yes, we should be dispatching teams like Wycombe. They had absolutely no quality. They had absolutely nothing in the final third, like we never. But what I was more disturbed with that kind of Wycombe team is they're bottom of the table. They needed the points more than we need the points at the moment. And they just looked like no intensity, no urgency to try and get that 3 points. We've now got Luton in midweek. I believe it's on Tuesday. A normal 19:45 kickoff. So we'll go again then. It's Luton away, which is, thankfully, we're not going because it's a piss hole of a ground to go to, a horrible area. And it'll be interesting to see, with all of our injuries, how we can put out a starting 11, because that's where we are at the moment. We're a team that's struggling through injuries. We've got to give it our best, and we will go again against Luton. Thank you very much for watching the Mill Drive Home. Well done, Zach, for winning the Lions FIFA tournament. A positive of today. I'm going to go and watch Liverpool v Everton. Thanks for watching. No one likes us.
We don't care.